Demystifying Relative Clauses. A deep dive into restrictive and non-restrictive relative clauses. Hello language enthusiasts. Today, we're going to unravel a fascinating aspect of English grammar, relative clauses. Not just that, but we'll dive deeper to differentiate between restrictive and non-restrictive relative clauses. By the end of this video, you will be able to identify these clauses and use them effectively in your communication. So, let's dive right in. Before we dive into restrictive and non-restrictive relative clauses, let's quickly recall what relative clauses are. These are clauses that add extra information to a sentence. They typically start with a relative pronoun like who, whom, whose, which, or that. For instance, in the sentence, "The girl who lives next door is a talented pianist," "who lives next door" is a relative clause. Now, let's delve into restrictive relative clauses. These clauses are essential to the meaning of the sentence. They specify the person or thing being referred to. In other words, if you remove a restrictive clause, the sentence's meaning becomes unclear. For example, in the sentence, "The book that I bought yesterday is captivating," the restrictive clause, "that I bought yesterday," specifies which book the speaker is talking about. On the other hand, non-restrictive relative clauses provide additional information that isn't essential to understand the sentence. These clauses are typically separated from the rest of the sentence by commas. If you remove a non-restrictive clause, the main message of the sentence remains intact. Consider the sentence, "My brother, who lives in New York, is visiting me next month." Here, "who lives in New York" is a non-restrictive relative clause as it simply provides additional information about the brother. Distinguishing between restrictive and non-restrictive relative clauses can be a bit tricky, but here's a tip. Try removing the relative clause. If the sentence still makes sense and conveys its main idea, the clause is probably non-restrictive. If the sentence becomes unclear without the clause, it's likely restrictive. Remember, restrictive clauses are essential for the meaning, and non-restrictive clauses provide extra, non-essential information. And there you have it, a deep dive into restrictive and non-restrictive relative clauses. This fundamental understanding will enhance your English communication skills and make your sentences more nuanced and expressive. Remember, practice is key when learning grammar, so don't hesitate to write and speak using these clauses. Keep up the good work, and stay tuned for more lessons on the intricacies of English grammar. Happy learning!